Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So, Baltimore Ravens let go running back Ray Rice. And after that, the NFL suspended him indefinitely. Now, if you have not seen the video that TMZ has put out of what happened in the elevator between Ray and Janae Rice, the link will be in the description box to see that. But before I say anything else, because I have a whole lot to say about this one, I have 4 daughters, ranging of ages of 15, 13, 12, and 1 month old. I don't agree with no guy hitting no woman. I don't agree with no woman hitting a guy. You need to keep your feet and hands to yourself. I told my daughters multiple times, you don't put your hands on no guy. You don't fight with no guy. You don't slap him. You don't spit on him. You don't do anything like that because you can't really win a physical confrontation with a guy. And if a guy just beating on you, everybody's going to come to your defense because you're not doing anything wrong. Don't be running around here acting like some sort of wild wildebeest somewhere or some hood rat just hitting guys. Now, make sure I establish that. So back in February, the NFL decided to suspend Ray Rice for 2 games on the upcoming season. And with the court, Ray Rice had went through the first time offenders program they put with him. They say, you meet these conditions, you'll be okay. And he met them. One thing the media is not telling you with the Janae and Ray Rice situation. She called the police, yes. Why isn't the media telling you that Janae and Ray Rice was arrested for simple assault? Why? You know why? Because it doesn't go with the narrative of let's go it on and jump this one man for things that other men have done. Let's jump this man for domestic violence, but we let another man off for sexual assault for 2 women. I'll get to that man as well in his commentary. He's still playing in the NFL. You're demanding this man to lose his career, but you didn't ask nobody to take away the career of Ben Roethlisberger, who was accused of sexual assault twice and paid out to one of the women. Usually when you pay out, you're guilty. Because if you're innocent, let's go to court. You're not about to get a dime out of me. But you know, if you go to court, you're going to be found guilty. Nobody calling him a rapist. TMZ did not demand the NFL do anything. The feminists did not demand that Ben Roethlisberger be out of the NFL. All these news organizations, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, none of them had anything to say about let's get rid of Ben Roethlisberger. He's still playing in the league. But when it comes to Ray Rice, he needs to go. It's a big deal. When it came to Michael Vick, oh, he killed some dogs. That's the cardinal sin. He got to go. You know, this is the differences I keep seeing with the situation with Ray Rice, Michael Vick, and Ben Roethlisberger. If these feminists so-called cared about women and loved to fight for women's rights, where were you when that California Highway Patrol officer was beating down Marlene Pinnock in California? You didn't say crap. Where were you when the Oklahoma police officer had raped, 7 or 8 black women? Where were you? Talking about these are crimes against women. Where were you? Nowhere to be found. Where were you when Marissa Alexander was facing a 20-year charge for domestic violence and she tried to defend herself? Quiet. Don't say anything. A pattern, don't you think? When it comes to black women. But all of a sudden, you're involved. All of a sudden, you're supposedly defending a black woman. You're not defending a black woman. You're not defending a woman. You're just trying to help destroy a black man. And Janae Rice have seen the light. Oh, yes, she have. Let's go ahead and put up a quote that she wrote here on her Instagram page. She deleted this, but they got it real quick. So as you see, she stated, I woke up this morning feeling like I had a horrible nightmare. Feeling like I'm mourning the death of my closest friend, but to have to accept the fact that the reality is a nightmare in itself. No one knows the pain that the media and unwanted, I guess you meant opinions from the public, has caused my family. to make us relive a moment in our lives that we regret. She said we, includes her. Every day is a horrible thing. To take something away from the man I love that he's worked his ass off for all his life just to gain ratings is horrific. This is our life. What don't you all get? If your intentions were to hurt us, embarrass us, make us feel alone, take our happiness away, you succeeded on so many levels. Just know we will continue to grow and show the world what real love is. Ravens Nation, we love you. This, at the bottom you see hurt beyond words. They didn't care about you, Janae Rice. They didn't care about your daughter, as you see on the screen. I purposely put that picture up because, like what happens to anybody else, the media shows the most loving photo of them and show them in a great place. They don't show them looking like hood rats and thugs. So I'm making sure I take pages from the mainstream media and apply that as well, because imagery is powerful. That little girl you see on that picture, her father has provided for her. The media don't care about that. The media wouldn't not even care if that couple would break apart and Janae becomes a single mother. What? So they can just talk about Ray. Oh, you see, he go not taking care of his kids like black men like to do. Just put them in a bad situation. It was never about protecting Janae Rice. It was about getting at Ray Rice. Because, see, there are those in this country that do not like to see brothers making millions of dollars, getting notoriety. They don't like that. And it's the truth. Don't come to me saying we all the same. We are the same in basic human needs and design, the way we're made. But in American society, we're not the same. And I recognize that very quick. I don't live in La La Land. Oh, I understand. And if you have an issue with me saying that, oh, there you go talking about racial issues again, I'm going to talk about it because I'm not afraid to say anything about that that go on in this country. You could go ahead and unsubscribe, unlike, unfollow. That doesn't bother me because I'm going to talk about the truth of any stories that I see. This was not about protecting women. It was about destroying this man. This man never had any criminal background before this. Chris Brown never had any criminal background before this. That Harvey Levin at TMZ, I'm sorry, he's a devil. He's always trying to put somebody's stuff out there. He put the picture out of Rihanna. He did that. And now this video. The court had this video, yes. The police had the video that you saw, yes. But he don't care nothing about this man's family. This couple got married 2 days later. They went to counseling to try to fix their situation. And that's usually what you tell people to do, get in some sort of counseling. But no, it doesn't matter. Everybody say, well, it's our concern or this. No, you don't care about that couple. You don't care about them at all. Now, to me, this is a private matter. It's their business. If that woman want to be with that man, that's her. This man probably could change or whatever. Give him a chance to. Everybody else is given a chance. But see, what I don't understand, I'm going to get right back to this again. Why, when Ben Roethlisberger was accused of raping 2 chicks, none of y'all had nothing to say? Not a word. He got 4 games suspension from the NFL. Ray Rice, lose it all. I think for me, and when it comes to feminists and crimes against women, sexual assault is probably really up there. And yet none of them say anything. Because you know why? I'm going to keep it real. Those feminists know better. They know they better not say nothing about a white male and what he does, or it's going to be on. They know that. Because if you cared about women so much, you would like the differences wouldn't be obvious to me. You would defend black women too. But the only time you would defend a black woman is when she's trying to destroy a black man, i.e. Gloria Allred, Floyd Mayweather's ex-girlfriend trying to sue him. And, oh, here comes Gloria Allred standing right next to her. Oh, yeah, I'm going to represent her and get Floyd. Yeah, because you want to go after a black man. But I guarantee you, if that chick was dating a white player, that wouldn't happen. She'd be far away from it. Oh, yeah, I see the racism right down the middle with this stuff, and I base it on actions. I don't base it on speculation. See, when I just look at things, people, I say, let me sit back and watch. And let me see how this going to be responded to. And that going to be responded to. That's why when I tell black women, don't you dare be part of no feminism because they don't care about you. I mean, let me look at the examples I gave you. Marlene Pinnock is a woman. Women, feminists should have came to defend her 100%. What about those women that was raped up there by that cop? Where's the feminist? Nowhere to be found when it's a black woman. What about that other black woman that was followed by that cop in the Atlanta area that I did the story on? Spit in her face, call her a nigga and everything. That's a crime against women. Nowhere to be found when it happens to black women. Understand something, sisters? They don't care nothing about you. They just pimp you. I don't let nobody pimp me like that. The Baltimore Ravens organization has no loyalty as well. And y'all running up and down the field for these people. They don't care nothing about you. Ray Rice helped them win a Super Bowl. And let me put up a tweet what these people said about this man. They said the Baltimore Ravens will offer an exchange of Ray Rice jerseys at the stadium stores. They don't even want you with the jerseys. They say, look, we'll take them from you and you can make an exchange for some other player. That's how cold it is. I mean, that's wrong. Now, Roger Goodell is the biggest man giant ever seen, and he's ruining NFL football. I'm going to call it right what it is. First, he comes up with all these rules about hitting people. Then he comes up with rules about you can't say things on the field. You're going to get penalties. Who was complaining about being called names on the field? Nobody. Okay, so you can't hit the quarterback. You can't hit the receiver a certain way no more. I mean, he's just really making the game of football horrible. With the new rule that Roger Goodell came up with about domestic violence policy, was stated that if you get in trouble with domestic violence, the first time you're going to get suspended for 6 games. The next time is going to be lifetime ban. Ray Rice incident happened before you came up with this rule. So why are you banning him for life? Why is that? See, you're not a man of your word, Roger Goodell. You are a man that allow a bunch of women talking in the media to get to you. That's a problem with a lot of men today. You have no backbone. I'll tell a female to her face in a minute. Listen, this is the NFL. I'm the commissioner. That's the decision that I made. We changed the rules. The next guy who does it, well, it's going to be a problem. And I'll leave it at that. I wouldn't care what none of them say. We trying to play football. We're not worrying about you. In my opinion, it's a private matter. Let law enforcement and the courts handle that. Now, once they handle that, then we will look at how we need to handle that appropriately. But all this stuff, everybody else can beat on chicks, but nothing is said. But nobody talks about when women beat on men. And they do have domestic violence that happen to men. We all need to keep our hands and feet to ourselves. That's why I want to tell you, brothers, if a woman gets in your face, challenging you 2 seconds, what are you going to do? And you hit me. I dare you to hit me. And let me tell you something else. And usually I don't use this language in my commentary, but I have to illustrate a point. If a woman, straight up men, call you a bitch, leave her. Don't you deal with her, because that word is to emasculate you as a man. And if she's emasculating you, she's talking crap to you, she's going to hit you. And you can only take so much. I heard a woman on CNN say, it doesn't matter if a woman spit on you, you can't hit her. And this is the society that we live in. These females can run around crazy, hitting you, beating you and everything. But the moment you defend yourself as a man, you lose it all. Remember Artis Hughes, the bus driver from Cleveland? He was just talking back and forth with that girl. But the moment she spit on him, it made him react. Spitting on someone is the most disgusting thing you could do. And also, it was said that Janae Rice spit on Ray Rice too. That makes anybody react to be spit on. But, it's okay because she's a woman. Tell you females something. A lot of these men not going to take that. They're going to hit you right in your eye. I'm telling you they're going to do it. These young dudes today, they have no restraint. They don't believe in all that you're a woman and don't hit you. Forget that. They will lay you out. Because they that generation that y'all said don't whip them with a belt. So they have no restraints. They have nothing to hold them back. You try that with this younger generation if you want to. Hitting them and spitting on them and kicking them or whatever. They will knock you clean out. It ain't nothing you going to say about it. if they do it, other than call the police. Now, while I wrap this video up, black people, stop involving the police in your relationship problems. If you know good and well that it wasn't he just hit you for nothing and you was fighting with him too, y'all solve that stuff in your house. Stop making a scene in public. There's cameras everywhere. I hate people who make a scene anyway. If people just try to argue too much in public, I'm like, really? Man, take that junk to your car. Take that junk to your house, man. Don't do that stuff in public. Everybody got camera phones now. Looking to record something. So why in the world do you want to be starring on Facebook or YouTube? If Ray Rice would have been like, you know what? I'm going to let this go. We're going to talk about this when we get home because I don't want no problems. You got to be careful. The higher you go up, brothers, the more money you make, the bigger the target that you become. You have, let me tell you something, the Bible teaches to be wise as a serpent. You need to be extremely wise. I trust no one. I watch everybody. I listen a lot because I see how people move. I know that there are people who don't like me. I know there are people that will be out to get me if I let them. That's why I keep my circle small, tight, and I trust not many people for that reason. I learn from these stories that we see like Ray Rice. And beyond which, I've never hit a woman a day in my life, never had to. Never, because I won't deal with that kind of woman. Some of y'all need to stop dating these women who are hood rats. Some of these women who are prone to violence. Some of these women that got mental issues and they're going to strike back at you. You need to stop doing that, men. I don't care how big her booty is. I don't care how pretty her complexion is or whatever else you like about her. If this chick is prone to violence, you need to leave her alone because it's not going to work out well for you. Because how many dudes right now in America is sitting in jail doing a 6-month bid or 9 months or even 3 months behind a chick that was hitting him. He hit her back and she swear up and down she didn't do nothing. They're going to take her word over yours any day. That stuff got to stop. Don't deal with the women that's going to hit you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if a woman would just step in my face one time, I'll leave her. I'm that serious about it because I know the implications if I just strike back. And these people will ruin you, ruin your job, ruin everything. Especially when you're not established in your own business. That's why I tell a lot of brothers and sisters when I talk to them, get your own businesses. Try to work, while you're working a job, create your own business and work in that and try to get to a point where you can just live in that. Because at any moment, these people will take the job from us, okay? And they don't care how many late nights, how many weekends, how much overtime you work. You're nothing to them but an employee number. They have to get somebody to replace you. Now, Ray Rice, I don't know if he's going to go to the Canadian Football League. I don't know. But I heard Roger Goodell said in a recent article that, you know, he did get his original suspension and he may be reinstated. But that's up in the air, too. I think the right thing to do is reinstate Ray Rice because you already gave him his punishment. You can't come back and do this. And the NFL Player Association needs to act like an actual union and protect their player because that isn't right. Now, Ray Rice did that after the fact. That's different. But that was before the rule. So you have to do the right thing and honor his suspension because if Ben Roethlisberger didn't get suspended from the league for 2 sexual assaults brought up on him, he paid the money, then you got to let this man stay in the league too. Sorry. Because nobody's calling him a rapist. Nobody's saying him get out the league. Nobody's taking away all his stuff. He's fine. Nobody even mentioned Ben Roethlisberger raping 2 chicks. None. But this man, Chris Brown, you keep talking about Chris Brown. He ain't hit a chick since, but he always a woman beater. Brothers, protect yourselves. Hit me up in the comments, use the commentaries, subscribe.